Hey everyone, it's Dr. Charlie, physical therapist here. And in this video, I want to create a pretty short video, actually compared to some of my others, that will help you if you're in pain and you're trying to decide, when you're able to get back to life. Okay, so I want to share with you a nugget that I share with my private coaching clients inside my Glute Relief Accelerator Program, and also a key question that will, again, shift your mental frameworks from one of like, hey, this is the way I would usually think about trying to get back to stuff, which often leads to you doing stuff and then it hurts and then you're frustrated and then you want to get back to it and you do it again and it hurts and none of that works. So I want to help you kind of shift your frameworks from the old school way of thinking about getting back to activities, sort of the new school way. And I know that it will be of value to you. Again, if you're in pain and you're looking to get back to life at some point, maybe it's not now, but maybe it's in the future. And this is just something you can kind of store away in the back of your brain for when you get to that point. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Charlie Johnson. I am a physical therapist. Like I said, I have my board specialty in orthopedics, and I help teach people with unresolved back, butt, and sciatica problems how to fix themselves by essentially giving them tools, knowledge, and understanding to fix their own problems and become self-sustainable. By the way, the purpose of this video is to not diagnose your problem, but I put a lot of info out there. I've actually created a DIY diagnostic guide. You can download that above. Something should pop up there. Click that. It literally lets you inside my brain as to how I, as my specialty, and doing this with thousands of people, figure out what could be the cause of your unresolved, again, back, butt, and or leg pain. So check that out, completely free. And again, literally lays out all if this, then that sort of algorithms floating around inside my head on a totally downloadable format. So now let's jump into it. If you've been in any amount of pain for any amount of time, eventually you get to the point in the healing process where you will begin to wonder like, hey, I wonder if I can get back to life. So I wonder if I can get back to biking or running or swimming or jumping or whatever it is, back to the gym. It doesn't matter. You'll start to ask yourself those questions. And it's a very good question. So how do you figure that out? So let's use an example to help make sense of this for you. So let's just say, for example, I want to get back to biking. So I wonder if I can go biking again. Well, here's how you should go about answering this question. So know that the first thing you'll be biologically and evolutionarily wired to think about is whether or not your body is ready to do that specific activity. And the truth is that it may or may not be. But instead of really wondering and asking the question of, is my body ready to do that thing? Instead, what you really need to ensure first is that your brain believes that the activity which you're hoping to get back to is safe. And then you need to convince it by actually doing that activity or that thing successfully over and over and over again, putting time under the bar or putting in the reps. So basically, you need to test that the idea of an activity is safe first, because an activity that is perceived to be unsafe by the brain, the CEO of the system, if you will pretty much always be unsafe for the body. So here's how you can test it. So you want to ask yourself this question, and we will use, again, the example of getting back to biking, but just insert whatever activity is that you want to get back to, for yourself. So Charlie, ask yourself, right? Do you think that you could go biking for an hour? And if I've been in pain for a while, right, what you'll notice immediately is that your brain will spit out some initial impression. And in this case, let's just say, heck no, I can't go biking for an hour. That's going to hurt. Great. So now all you need to do is reverse engineer things and keep going until you find, working backwards, keep going until you find a level of activity where your brain says, heck yes, absolutely, I can do that, right? So I'd continue to ask myself questions. Charlie, maybe you can't do an hour, but do you think that you could go biking for 30 minutes? And usually what you'll notice is that you get to a point where you start saying, I don't really know about that. Maybe I could do that, but I'm still not really sure. And basically this proves to your brain that the idea of doing that for 30 minutes is, not completely safe. So it's still not safe. Keep going. Well, how about 10 minutes, Charlie? 10 minutes. Yeah, of course, man. I used to do it for hours. Great. Heck yes, absolutely. That is safe. And that is where you should begin. So this is the level of activity that your brain, not your body at the moment, believes it will be safe. So how do I know your body didn't tell me that? Because you haven't actually done it. You're just sitting here watching this video, right? So maybe you have in the past, but not recently. So you need to reaffirm that it is in fact safe. So by asking yourself this question, you're simply assessing your belief, your brain's belief about an activity and the degree to which your brain perceives it to be either safe or threatening. So start at a level that feels safe and convince your brain and body, because now you're actually going to be doing the activity, that it is in fact safe. So you should say something like, oh, after doing the activity, biking in this case, that wasn't too bad. And that's how you know an activity is safe. We call that a corrective experience. And then what you do is you do this over and over and over again, collecting reps, collecting wins, putting in reps, building credible evidence and proof your system that you are in fact safe. And slowly you begin to ratchet up that level of activity over time. All right. So as you gather evidence that an activity is safe, your brain's belief or idea of what is safe will shift. And soon you'll ask yourself the same question of, hey, Charlie, do you think that you could do an hour of biking? And it might still say, heck no. Well, how about 30 minutes? Absolutely, right? And then you'll be able to slowly build that up. And you'll find that as your brain begins to feel safe and establish that a previously threatening movement or activity does not have to equal pain for once, you'll get back to doing what you love slowly over time. So in this case, if you've been in pain for any amount of time, you're trying to get back to stuff, we focus on changing your brain first and challenging the idea that something is threatening, right? And finding a level of safety, and then we let your body follow. So that's all I've got for now. Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, please hit a thumbs up. Or if you are looking for other like videos, if you're dealing with some type of back, butt, and or leg problem, you're looking to get to the root of it and find ways that you can take control and learn how to fix this yourself, please hit subscribe and check out my other content. Thanks so much, everyone, and chat soon.